Good morning, I'm back. Today I want to do something. If you've been around and you followed me on Instagram, you would know the term dress it up. So dress it up to me is dressing up a look. You're taking it from 0 to 100 or something that's already extravagant to, I don't know, 200. So that's what I want to do today. I want to show you ways that, don't mind the barking dog. I want to show you different ways that you can dress up a look using sparkle, gems, all sorts of stuff, and like how I do things, my techniques, the type of products that I use, and yeah, it's just gonna be a fun video. As you see, I already did my base makeup. I use the Fui blush. I use the shade 17. This is the collaboration with Robert Welsh. I love Robert. But they sent me like all the shades. They're so much fun. So I put that, and then I also, as you can see, my blush is looking very bright. I used some of my Unearthly blushes, and I'm really digging this color. But I also used the Makeup by Mario foundation. I just picked up another one of this. This is probably my favorite foundation, like from last year until now. This is definitely a favorite. What else did I use? The new Morphe concealer, amazing. If you haven't tried it, super affordable. It's a great formula. For reference, I used the shade Ivory 3N. I did get these in PR, and I'm so happy that I did because they're really freaking good. As always, I used the Huda powder, my Hoola bronzer. I used the Rare Beauty contour in the shade Gentle. Eyebrows are Benefit. I think that's it. So I'm gonna pull out some eyeshadow and we're gonna do something fun, and then we're gonna dress it up. I've been thinking nonstop about this palette. I love this freaking palette. This one and Burnt Forest are my current faves. I do know that Krypton. I'm friends with the owner. She's just a beautiful person. She's from China and she creates gorgeous color stories. I do know that she's coming out with something new. So if you like her palettes, get excited. So I think I want to use this today. I definitely reorganized it differently because this was not like that. But yeah, let's use this. Let's do like a simple blend, a little cut crease moment, and then I'll show you different ways that you could dress that up. I got a new light. I hope that the lighting is better and more brighter. I feel like it's making my blush pop more than it actually looks in the mirror. But yeah, I hope that the light is better. So I'm gonna zoom you in and we're gonna get started. Just applying my P. Louise base. If you were ever wondering, I always use the P. Louise base. I'm going in with like a kind of flat paddle brush like this, and I'm going to tap on the darkest shade. So my blending oopsie, that's not good. See, this is why I don't do my base first. Oh, I was able to, we'll fix that later. Oopsie. I always start with my darkest shade first, and I just pack it on in the shape that I want. I put way too much on the brush, so that's my bad. But now I look at it as, if a shadow has a lot of fallout, it's usually a really good shadow. In my experience, at least. Okay, so I'm just creating my shape. I'm tapping on the darkest. I always go from dark to light. And I think I'm just gonna do something like that. Just like that. Going with a more fluffier brush. This is the JH40. Morphe doesn't make these anymore, but it's basically the M5 106 or 507. It's one of those two. And I'm gonna dip into a shade that's not released yet, but it's a very pretty like baby blue shade. This is from another brand, but I just got it in PR yesterday, and it's super vibrant, but it's about to come out. I believe it launches March 14th, but it's a really pretty blue, so we're gonna use it. I'm sure the brand will announce it soon, but yeah, look how pretty that is. You can see that I'm starting to lose the color, the dark color that I placed first. but that's okay because we're gonna dip back into that one and then we're gonna build this one back up. Bring it back in, because with a good blend, there's always a process. You're gonna go back in 1 or 2 times to mesh the colors together. It's the whole blending process. You're not gonna get it in a 1, 2, 3. So yeah, gotta go back in little by little and just build it up and take your time. Now going back to the Krypton palette, I'm using the Morphe M456, yeah, and I'm just gonna tap this on and blend it out as my transition shade. Back in just a little bit with that mystery shade, and then I'm gonna just lightly feather it in to the transition shade. A little more love over here. Just blend that all together. I think the palette's called Atlantis. If you've never tried Krypton Cosmetics, they've easily, quickly become one of my favorite brands. I'm gonna go back in with the Morphe brush, and I'm gonna go in with that dark shade again, the dark blue, and I'm gonna place it where I have it and then feather it up. So you don't want to directly place it here. You want to place it here and kind of push it up, because then you can screw your blend up that way by putting too much or whatever. Because we just want a seamless blend. We don't want to add more. Okay, I think that looks good. I'm going to use a pointed Q-tip and my micellar water. I'm going to start here. I always start low so that way I don't go up too high. And then I just slowly fix it if I have to. Just a little bit. And then I'm going to take here. I think that's good. And just quickly cutting my crease. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the black. I'm going to put that in the middle and then put the lightest shades outward so that we can place a nice shimmer on top of the black and it'll make it pop. Okay, so now that we got this all blended out, I'm thinking these two shimmers, they're so pretty. Let me swatch them on my hand. Can't really see with the lighting, but they're very, very shifty. So I'm probably going to put this one in the middle and then this one on the outer. I think that would be really pretty. I gotta change my battery though because it's about to die. Okay, so as always, I'm going to go in with dieverune Stick and Sparkle. As you can see, I'm about to run out. I'm going to scrape these edges. I'm going to take a little bit and place it here in the middle. So I guess this is like the easiest way to dress up your look. I'm going to go in with this shade. It looks... Let me see if I could take this light off and if you could see it better. No, but whatever. Okay. Oh, it's so freaking pretty. This is my... Out of every multi-chrome I own, I have a few of these, and these are my absolute favorite. They're this type of multi-chrome. It's so freaking pretty. So I'm gonna go there, just like that. Then I'm gonna take this iridescent blue one, and I'm just gonna scatter it on the outer parts. Oh, it's so pretty. Just like that. I didn't even put base there because I want it really to pop in the middle, and then I kind of just want like a sparkly scatter on the outside. So I'm placing it there, but then I'm just gonna tap it to make it more scattered. Okay, so we have the main eyeshadow part done. Now I'm thinking, okay, so the next thing I would normally do is like a graphic liner or a sparkle liner. So everybody knows what graphic liner is, but I want to show you my technique on how I do like a sparkle liner. It's it takes patience, but it's so much fun. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my jelly wink. This is in this shade Sicily. It's a big black pan. I'm going to create some sort of liner situation along the top and maybe a little bit on the bottom, and then I'm going to show you how you could add like a multi-chrome or sparkle to it. So this is the crazy randomness that I've come up with. I haven't done these little side swoops in so long. Remember my little squigglies I used to do? But yeah, so I kind of made it thick in some areas because that's where we're going to add the sparkle. So I'm going to pull out a multi-chrome pigment. I'm going to show you my draw and why it's so hard to choose. Okay, this is the, as anybody would know, the Dress It Up drawer. I love this jar so much. There's so many good pigments in here. But I'm thinking maybe we'll use some dieverune pigment or maybe jelly wink. So I decided on the dieverune pigments, and I'm going to use the J-Cat base because this is, I don't have any more NYX, but usually I use the NYX. And that's about the closest thing I have to it. And then I'm going to use a little tiny brush like this. So I have my base down on my little palette right here, and I'm going to take a tiny little bit, like barely on the brush, just put it in there. And then I'm going to tap it on the thicker parts, because remember I'm using a water liner, so you don't want to disrupt, or try not to disrupt. So I'm just lightly, that's why you don't want too much base on the brush. So we're going to start there. I'm going to dip into the pigment. I don't want to pick them up because they're open, but I'll tell you, I'll put the names on the screen. And then I'm going to take this side of the brush and I'm just going to carefully tap it on. It's very tedious and it takes time, but if you want precision and a really cool like sparkly look, it's so worth it. I'm going to add it right there. Kind of just blend them together, and then I'm tapping it there as well, and I'm going to kind of mesh them together. I'm going to take a little bit more of this one, place it in the middle, and anything that kind of like falls outside of it, you can take like an angled brush, like this is the BlendBunny one, and you can kind of like clean it up and like wipe it off. That's what I like to do. Or if it gets up here on the shadow, that's what I'll do. I'll just kind of swipe it off, wipe the brush, swipe it off, and wipe the brush on your shirt, preferably. Every time I pick up the base, I've actually pinched the brush to get the base in there, and then I tap more on it. That way I have like a nice flattened brush for more precision. Okay, so now I'm going to go here. I'm going to place the base carefully. I'm going to pick up, I'm flattening it again with my fingers, and then I'm going to pick this one up and carefully tap it on there. I usually do this much quicker, but I'm explaining how I do it, so. There we go. I'm going to take the other pigment. I'm making a mess, but that's okay. I'll clean it up. I gotta add more base, that's why it's not sticking. But it just like, I don't know, I love doing this. It's so much fun. It brings so much fun to the looks. I love it. I love as much sparkle as I can get. It also helps, like the finer the pigment, like the first pigment I'm using that's a little like pink, that one, well, it's blue but it's coming over the black, it's appearing as like an orangey and pink. That one's more like bigger particle, where this one is like more fine. So the finer the better. And you can see I have like some fallout there. Just gonna clean it up. I'm gonna put a highlighter anyway, so like I don't mind having like a lot of fallout like that. Like, to me, like sparklier the better. So, but if you don't, I would advise doing your eye first and then your base. Pigments that I was using was Fickle, Forget Me Not, and Drizzly. These were from, this one was from, I think, her very first collection. But yeah, they're super sparkly. Okay, now, so for the rest of the parts that doesn't have the sparkle on it, I'm going to actually add some gems. That's super fun. And it's going to just make everything even more extreme. And I want it to be extreme. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to grab my gems. I have a whole system of how I do my gems. They're actually like bead organizers, but it's, for me, it was the best way because I have so many freaking gems. So that's, yeah. But this one has blue ones in it. Maybe like these that have like a green and blue to it. Or these ones have like holographic and purple and stuff. I'm not sure. Or maybe like just like gunmetal. I always feel like adding ones that are like not with the color story that you're doing always looks best. It kind of just adds another color to it. These ones I was thinking of, they're like holographic blue. And we'll definitely do these. Oh wait, yeah, and these are fun. These are from Get Stoned. Yeah, we're gonna do these. Okay, the decision has been made. Boxes, I only have a black lash glue. I just ordered it on Amazon yesterday because I realized, I'm like, I don't know where my clear one went. So we're gonna have to carefully work with this one. But I don't know if you can see the gems, but these are those, and these, I feel like that'll go perfect. I'm first going to place a bigger one here and just going to add one little dot of lash glue, and I'm going to pick up with my little wax gem picker, and I'm going to add that right there. Like a big pink one. And then make them smaller down this way. So I'm going to add a little bit more glue there. I'm going to pick up a green one and place it there. Yeah, I wanted to use like clear ones, but because the lash glue is black, I'm like, that might not be a good idea. So I'm gonna actually add one up here. I'm so scared to use this freaking glue. And let's see, I'm looking down to see what, yeah, I'm gonna use this one. Okay, sorry for the camera not focusing. Put that there. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna put this one of these or two of these in the outer part. Look how fun that is. It's so fun. People always ask me like, how do you arrange like to place your gems and stuff? And like, honestly, I use gems a lot. Like if you have a patchy part in your eyeshadow that you just like couldn't make work, that would be a great place to put your gem. Like, it's a great technique to like cover up your mistakes. I'm not even gonna lie. Most of the time, if I'm using gems, it's because I'm covering up a mistake. And also like just anywhere it makes sense, just like place one and then kind of scatter them around there, you know, just fill in the gaps. I feel like that's enough sparkle. I'm gonna do mascara and lashes. Always I'm gonna go in with Davini lashes. I'm gonna use these. They're called Drita. They're so fluffy and curly and pretty, and they like go from small to like very voluminous. If you haven't tried Davini lashes, you should. This is my shout out to her. I love her. Her lashes are amazing. I'm gonna talk while I do my eyeliner. I'm using the Huda Beauty on a tight line. So I came across this page called Tagged Beauty, and she's from Brooklyn. So she's Italian Brooklyn, and she's got like that very strong New York accent, like kind of like how I do. And I've noticed that like since I've been doing Like, if you guys know me, you know I got a crazy New York accent. And I noticed, like, in my videos, I'm trying to be more soft-spoken, but, like, seeing this girl's videos just made me so happy because she's got, like, such a hard New York accent, and so do I. And it just, like, made me so happy because, and, like, people are comparing her to Michaela. Like, listen up. Boston and New York are not the same. Like, please don't fucking compare us. But yeah, just a thought. Like, I know a lot of people say that they love my New York accent, and I noticed that, like, I'm trying to be more soft-spoken and, like, professional. But, like, I did want this page to be something where, like, I can be myself and, you know, just chill and vibe. And I feel like that's what I'm doing, but, like, I don't know. I'm like, I get on camera and I'm, like, being more soft-spoken, but really I talk like this. Like, but yeah, if you know me, you know me. Like, a lot of people think I'm, like, mean and aggressive, but it's literally, it's just my accent half the time. It's like I sound aggressive, but I'm not. I mean, I can be, but yeah. Look how pretty these lashes are. Style Drita. Very pretty. I just completed the look. So here is the final look with a little bit less lighting, and it's very pretty. Here's with more lighting. I love it so much. I really do hope this was helpful. I do, like, I get a lot of questions. People like, how do you do this? You know, stuff like that. Like, I encourage you that if you want to do, like, crazy fun makeup like this and you just feel like you don't have the skill, try it. Because once upon a time, I didn't have the skill. So I encourage you to just, if you see something and you like it and it looks difficult, try it. Because I guarantee you, you keep practicing, you'll get there. I promise. As always, thank you for hanging out. I hope, like I said, that this video was helpful. And if you try to attempt to recreate or whatever, use a technique or anything, tag me because I want to see. So yeah, thank you for hanging out, and I hope you guys stick around. If you want to subscribe, like, leave a comment. I'm going to put that, like, shameless YouTube plug in. But yeah, I appreciate you guys.